Hello everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Welcome back to episode 2 of What's on My Rod. This is Heavy Z Fishing. Okay, so if you recall from the first What's on My Rod, now that takes that one rod out of the game, so now I'm left with the other 6 rods. We got 6 rods, and we've got them all on pieces of paper here. We're going to put them into my sombrero hat. We're going to draw one, see which one it is, talk about that rod and how I use it, applications, all that good stuff. So without further ado, we are going to talk about rod number 6. Okay. And what is rod number 6? Let me see. Number 6, rod and reel combo, I should say. Combo. All right. Number 6 is the Halo HFX series. So, let me go grab that bad boy. Okay, so we're back. So this is rod number 6. And this is, like I said, the Halo HFX series. Okay, so let's just give you a rundown at this beautiful coloring carbon fiber layout. Just an absolute, one of the coolest looking rods, and then it goes in the black there, that I've ever had. All right, so the Halo HFX. This is a 7.3 heavy action, moderate fast. All right, so now let's talk about this rod a little bit. So it's Japanese Toray graphite blank, okay? Stainless steel guides, and they have what are called zirconia inserts. That's, you know, I don't know much about the inserts and stuff. I know they're nice, and I know I really like them. 4-finger reel seat. So this reel seat, if you can tell, is giant. There's all my fingers in it very comfortably. I mean, extremely comfortably. This is the biggest reel seat that I've owned. You can get all 4 on there, no issue. So that's awesome. So then you got these things called these Sensi Touch cork composite grips. I don't know. That's what Halo says. So see these cork rings right here? Boom, 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 boom. So these are supposed to be a Sensi Touch, which is supposed to give you more feeling, more vibration in the handle so you can feel every little. Now, I will say I haven't caught a fish on this. I almost caught a fish on this. And we'll get to that in a minute. But I will say I've been throwing a wobblehead on here lately. 3/4 ounce wobblehead in deep water, creeping it on the bottom. And I'll tell you, I do notice that I can feel every little rock, every little tree, every little branch on this thing. So it is awesome. It looks good. It feels good. Your hand fits good, right? So let's talk about likes and dislikes. So my number 1 like is how it looks, right? Because it just looks absolutely amazing. And you pair it with one of these beautiful reels that we'll get to in a minute. I mean, the colors just look, and that's part of it, right? You want your rod and reels to look semi-good and kind of match. At least I do. Now, what else do I like about it? I like the price. The price is $149.99. It's about right. It's about average for a good rod in the category where I am shopping. Your Halos, your 13 Omens, your 6 Gill stuff, you know, they're all around that range. I'm usually going $120 up to like $180 is about where I shop for rods. I really don't go below 100 and I don't go above 200. That's where I am. And so this fits perfectly. At $150, I was happy to get it. What do I dislike about it? I'll tell you what. It's a heavy action, moderate fast, right? Which means that one's hard for me to get my head wrapped around, but it's heavy, right? And it loads semi-good. If you can see that, it takes quite a bit to load that rod, right? Well, I was thinking of moderate fast action, it should load up a little better, but still have that heavy action. Almost like, I was imagining like the ultimate jig rod, flipping a big jig in there, which this still may be great. Oh, I'm sorry, that's what I'm going to use it for. So I'm going to continue throwing wobble heads on it, and I'm going to start flipping a jig to see what happens too. But what I bought this for was a chatterbait rod. I liked that heavy power with that moderate fast action. I thought that I was going to get more backbone, but still that same give of that moderate fast. That is not the case. This is a very, very heavy moderate fast. I mean, it's almost like it's not a broomstick, but I mean it's not far behind in that 7.3 heavy moderate fast range. It's more like a fast action more than a moderate fast action. And I actually used it on a chatterbait, and I actually did. I caught like 4 or 5 fish on it, which was great. Anywhere from 1.5 pounds to 3 pounds, and it did really good on those chatterbait fish. But I hooked up onto a very decent one, and you can actually go back and watch the short, and it says how to lose a giant. That video was this rod. And you could see swinging hook set, like I've always done with the chatterbaits. The rod looked like it loaded nicely, and that fish tick, 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 and then the line got heavy, and then I set the hook, so I know she had it. But by the time I set the hook, that chatterbait, when she comes out of the water, was in the corner of her mouth already. It took one head shake, kaboosh, and she spit it. So that is a dislike on this rod, is that moderate fast action. It's actually more like just a fast action. We already talked about how I use it. Right now is a wobble head, and I'm going to do a jig as well, and I think that we'll keep it right there for now. Right now we're going to be throwing the wobble head for sure, especially since the bass are going deep. Now, let's talk about the reel. So the reel is another one of my favorites. Whenever I started really getting into kayak fishing, I started buying Daiwa Tatula CTs. In my opinion, for a single reel, this is like $139. It's the best reel you can get. Now, I know the 6-gill Homars are awesome, but that's only because they're on BOGO. Those are $200 reels by themselves. This one's $130, and these things are absolutely amazing. And look at the color. Your dark gray, your black, and your red, how it matches with that. Doesn't that look awesome? What do I like about this reel is I've had this reel for years now with no issues. You have the brake dial on the side here, so I keep mine on about 8. It goes all the way up to 20. If I want to skip a jig under a dock, I might go to about 12, right? I don't go any further than 8 because that's really letting out some line. And then on 8, I mean, you can zing it. What else do I like? I like the handle. I like a bigger handle. Okay, so we're back on the handle here. It's not an oversized handle, but it is a good 90 millimeter handle, and I like it. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. These, like I said, I have many of these Daiwa Tatula CTs, and I love it. I don't know how much drag you're getting, 13 to 15 pounds, something like that. You're getting enough. It's good. I've never had an issue. And there's your tension knob. Drag is great. Oversized grips, I love. Fits good on this rod. Easy to palm. Feels great. Can run it all day. So there's that on the reel. Oh, also, all you got to do is unscrew this, pop that plate out, take the spool out. That's the only thing I've had to do. Drop a few drops of 3-in-1 oil down in here, put the spool back. Beautiful. It's all I've ever had to do, and I've had this reel a few years now. All right, so, back to the rod again. I forgot to mention the hook keeper is above the reel, which is fantastic. And that's my favorite type of hook keeper. I don't even know what you call it, but there it is, the hook keeper. All right, so with the rod, so yeah, you're looking at $150 for the rod, $140 for the reel, so you're at $290. That's about what I run. About $300 combos is usually where my money goes. So that's it. That's all I can think about. What did I say? Did I say how we use it? Wobblehead jig. Oh, I'm running 20-pound fluoro, which might be a little excessive, but I can throw this wobblehead in deep water, and then if I get into some thick stuff, I am totally fine with cutting this off, putting a 1/2 ounce flipping jig, flipping pads, flipping mats, flipping laydowns, whatever. So it's a versatile rod in that point. Now, let's just get you one more look at that right there. So go on to Tackle Warehouse, check you out the halos. I'm liking the halos right now. I have another one that we'll see on what's on my rod on the KS2 Elite series. I have one of those as well, and I'm digging them. I'm brand new to the halo game, but man, I'm really liking it. I'm liking the fit and the finish, the feel, the look, the texture, everything about it. And like I said, in my opinion, the Daiwa Tatula CT is the best reel you can get for that $100 to $130 range. I've had the Revo S, Abu Garcia. This is better. I have not thrown the Shimano SLX. I have thrown the Shimano SLX DC, digitally controlled. And honestly, I don't know which one I choose. I still really love these Tatulas. They've caught me a lot of fish, tried and true. They've never broke down, gotten beat up. They've made some weird noise every once in a while. Like I said, put that 3-in-1 oil on there, clears it up every time. So, man, and they're always in stock too. So go on to Tackle Warehouse, check you out, and Halo HFX series with the Daiwa Tatula. If you got about $300 to spend, spool it up with some 20-pound fluorocarbon, go flip you a jig, go throw you a wobble head, man, just go out there and slay them. But that, dude, that's all I got. So that's rod number 6, HFX Halo 7.3, heavy, moderate fast, Daiwa Tatula. Sorry, it's a 7.3 to 1 gear ratio. And that's it. That makes episode number 2 of What's on My Rod. Drop a comment down below. Do you like this? Should I keep going? Should I stop? I've still got plenty of rod and reels to go. We can talk about one a week. But anyway, that's it. I'm Dylan Zamalik from Heavy Z Fishing, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.